Alex, disappointment in the end. Your thoughts?
Yeah, really disappointing. We lost too many first contact, second balls. Didn't win our duels, and ultimately as well in the first half we didn't take our chances when they come. And they score. They have corners. We know what they are. They have corners and they have crosses, and we defend them. But we have some brilliant moments in the first half to score a goal, and we don't. And then it sums it up with the first goal that we have an opportunity on the edge of the box. We don't shoot, which absolutely we should do. And then 2 minutes later, it's in the back of your net. So, if there's times to score in games, it's just before half time and just after half time, and both those goals are really preventable. And like I say, it comes down to the basics. If you don't do the basics right, you don't win games.
Ultimately, you did look comfortable for 40, 42, 43 minutes until the goal, and perhaps should have been a goal ahead, as you say. But that goal did seem to take the stuffing out of you.
Yeah, because when you come away from home at a club like this, you've got to take those opportunities. And I'll go back to it. We've said a game on Tuesday. We should have taken our chance, and we don't, and we end up losing because they take theirs. And first half it was frustrated them. We didn't play that well today. We didn't play that well. They won their duels every time the ball went up. Their centre halves won the ball, and then it became a scrap. But when we did play and we did find the shape, then we created moments, and you have to take them.
Yeah.
And then obviously half time you talk about all the different things that you need to talk about in terms of duels and in terms of what we need to improve on. But we don't win the first contact for the goal. We're miles away from first contact. Don't check a runner, and then we don't check the runner who actually scores. So it's the basics, and then after that it's 2-0, and we're trying to do something to change the game. But again, no, not enough character, not enough courage. And that means everything. That means on the ball, but that means off it as well. Winning your duels, not allowing people to hold the ball up in the corner for 2 minutes. You've got to win those, and we didn't.
Quadruple substitution as well. It wasn't as if you weren't trying from the bench.
No. Listen, what I will say is that it's not an excuse, but obviously some of these lads now have played a lot of football in the short, and I thought it looked a little bit like that today. I thought there was a couple that just looked like they'd, Tuesday took it out of a few maybe, but that's not an excuse, because when you go on a pitch and you're at a stadium like this, you should be able to raise your levels to be able to that. But it just no matter what, chances created, chances conceded. It comes down to the basics. If you don't do the basics well, you don't win games, and we didn't do the basics well enough today.
Restart again on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's all you can do. We've lost, and we'll go through it, and we'll look at certain aspects. But when you step on a pitch, you've got things you have to do. You have to do the basics well. You have to compete. You have to turn up with a real willingness to work as hard as you can for the team. I thought that's what they did. If I'm honest today, I thought that they won everything. They scrapped, and we didn't do it well enough. So you can't complain. We weren't, especially second half, but first half we should have been ahead. We don't take the chances because it doesn't even count as shots in the end because of the the one-on-one where it has to be a goal. We've said that many times now this year. And we create a moment when Kempy gets in a great position and tries to slide Louis, when Jamie Reed's wide to get at someone, in the box, where maybe just decisions. But it goes back to the same basics. You have to do them well enough, and if you don't win games.
Chance to see the two new signings. Your thoughts on them?
I think Brandon came on. Listen, he hasn't played as much as what obviously the rest of the lads have. So we have to bring him in. We have to build him up. And then Carl came on and showed little glimpses of what he wants. He wants to get at people 1v1, and it was difficult for him because obviously we changed shape. Whereas so for him to get on the ball because of when we play our normal shape, he should see much more of the ball. But what we did see is we saw him get at people and try and deliver crosses, and people still getting used to what he does. But they'll get stronger the more we train and the more we play. So yeah, listen, we are, you know, Jake Young doesn't find himself in the squad today because we've got competition there now. But competition also means that when you don't perform, then the ones who are out of the squad, they have to now show that they come in. So that's the way we are now. This is our squad now to the end of the season, and it's down to the players to make sure that when they get the shirt, they keep it. Because if they don't play to the standards that's required, then obviously then people are there to take it. So big learning today from everyone that if you don't do those basics well enough, you don't win.
Thanks, Alex.